Hello everyone, and welcome to this unboxing video for Hellboy the board game, made by Mantic Games, specifically heavily based off the imagery and also the stories from the Dark Horse comics, not the Guillermo del Toro movies, which honestly have a heavy amount of deviation from the comics. Or, for that matter, the recent movie, which, at the time of filming this, I saw like a week ago, which draws from the comics more often. If you want to see my review for that, go ahead and click. Regardless, let's get to this. So I've been looking forward to this heavily. Not only am I a massive fan of Hellboy, there is also the fact that I've, in real life, been in a massive painting rut. So for those of whom that see my painting stuff on my channel, yeah, I haven't been painting much lately. And I've been looking forward to this a lot as a hopes of it kicking me in the butt and getting me back to doing that. But also, it's Hellboy, the miniatures game. To my knowledge, this is just the board game, and that's a pretty big core box. I don't even think this is the box that they designed to fit everything. And they did specifically say, upon delivery, it will have that little stick up there. Which was nice that they noticed that. But, back home. Not a horrible one, at least. Okay, so right off the bat, we've got something that says, literally, tutorial, read this first. Okay, I'll keep that in mind, but that's not what that's not the only thing I'm looking at today. Then we've got the rules in general. So, tutorial before rules, usually a good idea. An double-sided advertisement to their other games, Dragon Saga and Star Saga. So, kind of like Pathfinder and Starfinder. A little poster thing of the same image. And again, for those that don't know, this is the art style of the comics. At least with the Hellboy comics, some of the spin-offs have different art styles, like later BPRD and I think Gabe Sapien. And then a black and white version of that. I actually like this almost as much because since it's drawn with a lot of flames and stuff, it still really stands out as to what it is. Also on top, we have character cards. There we go. And this is a lot of character cards. Or at least you can tell from the first one these are character cards. Are these all? Yep, these look to all be characters. Playable characters, as to say. We've got Kate Corrigan, at the time of my last reading, leader of BPRD, but beforehand is just Aaliyah Izan, I believe. One of the normal people in the BPRD. Like, non-supernatural. Sidney Leach. I believe the guy who can sense metal. Bud Waller. I don't actually remember this guy. We've got a horned Hellboy. Lobster Johnson. Basically the Captain America of the setting, except he's dead. And a ghost. Trevor Birchenholm, a.k.a. Hellboy's father, the original leader of the BPRD. Scott Clark. Remember seeing him? I don't remember what he is. Pancake Hellboy. So, Hellboy, there's a story behind Hellboy and Pancakes, and I'm sad that he doesn't show up, like, Pancakes don't show up in the recent movie, and I don't even think the older movies. But, basically, the demons from hell, as soon as they realized that he had pancakes, were like, well, we lost him, as he's just like, these are amazing. And he was a kid. Roger, aka the Homunculus. The Visitor. I've actually never read anything involving this guy. Hellboy himself, regular. Liz Sherman, the Pyrokinetic. Jonas Cross. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Medium turn ectoplasm ghost thing in a suit. And Abe Sapien. So, and then we've got a tray, a very nicely done tray. Not as good as Dice Forge, but on top, with a lot of different things. We've got the dead middle, and then to the right of that, a bunch of different things that I'm not going to open because it looks like they're story spoiler based, but first one, case files. Just gonna put those right back in the tray. And then a bunch of different ones. And under that one, some extra bags. Again, always appreciated. So yeah, not gonna open those, sorry folks. Maybe a later video, if people want me to. We've got some plastic color-coded bases for people who haven't painted their models, or people who want to use them anyway. I would use them with painted models. These ones are kind of hard, unlike some other games. They'll still fit on, but that doesn't mean they'll go on and off easily. Bunch of red discs in a bag. Like, I thought these might have been small cardboard chips for a bit. Bunch of colored cubes, black in one bag, the actual colored ones in the other, and they're both sets in their own shipping bags in a Ziploc bag. Right? Okay, whatever, not important. Then the rest of these spots are cards. I gotta open this eventually, and it looks like these don't have, hey, don't read this. Alright, so this pack's the Deck of Doom, by the looks of it. Yes, that's what these all are. Basically Mythos deck kind of thing of bad things happen. Burrow, Illusion, Summon Minions. Oh, that one's actually an enemy card, and it's got a frog on the back. Let me make sure there aren't any others like that. We got some other enemies. Okay, so this is how they represent enemies in-game. And then Deck of Doom is, like, they go Sentinels of the Multiverse style. Here's some cards that look like they're from comic books. Do these have quotes on them? No, unless they're actually in the thing like this one. And yeah, this just continues, but we got things like Haunted by an Unknown Past, Otherworldly Mist, Observe Curiosity, Surging Fire, and they are all frames from the comic book, or they are walls of text. Oh, that's a boss behavior. Okay. So, and that's the back for that one. Hellboy being grabbed by the Cthulhu-ish monster from Seeds of Destruction, which is the story arc the first Guillermo del Toro movie is based off of. Okay, and then we've got a second pack of full-size cards, or standard-size cards, which is a lot more enemies, some Deck of Doom stuff. Are these in alphabetical order or something? Is that what's going on? No, they're just here randomly, but we got a lot more enemies. Like, Monkey with a Gun. That's an actual thing. Everything in this is an actual thing from the comics. Iron Shoes, one of the earlier, I believe, monsters in the series. Anybody who's seen the Guillermo del Toro movies knows this guy. Carl Ruckpint Corian, aka Gas Mask Dude. Some Nazi stuff. The Mad Monk, aka Rasputin. The Iron Maiden, one of the, like, she's a goddess or something. A witch, although I think, well, no, I was about to say, I think that looks like their take on Baba Yaga, but probably not. Oh, in fact, there's Baba Yaga. Werewolf, and then, yeah, there's, oh, hey, I don't even remember where this is from. Evil Turkey. God, I love Hellboy. Alright, and then we got one more of that size. And I'm guessing the rest of this box after these packs of cards, again, there's two more, are miniatures. I wonder if this is actually the whole thing. It's a trap! Secret Base, Forgotten Curse, and again, it just keeps going on. This one has a lot more frames from the comics. If people want me to, I can try to get permission to go over these in full detail. Again, I like to get permission from the company who's made the game before I do videos of full detail showing off the art. Although, yeah, arguably I can still show them off without showing off the art, but the art is half the point. Alright, now we're on to small cards. These look like Fantasy Flight size cards. Aw, it's an Encounter, and it has little Hellboy on the back. There are multiple different kinds of cards in here by the looks of it. Requisition cards are double-sided. Again, I don't know what kind of order these have. Some base character card stuff, or like minion style cards. Here's the agent, Oh, the item cards. They're called requisitions. The starting cards, I don't know why these are double-sided with the same thing, just gray on one side, black on the other. They might actually say some different stuff. But the encounter cards are very similar to Zombicide, where it's just, here's a list of things, and I'm guessing that's the number of players that you use. There are other games that do exactly that based on the number of players. Zombicide does it based on the level of the highest level character, because you need to play with, I think, a minimum of 6 characters, no matter how many players you have. Like, you can play solo, all 6 characters. Kind of like Kingdom Death, how you have to play 4 characters. And then, honestly, more of that. The requisition and starting cards all have in-frame images, just like the Deck of Doom does, for the most part. But, yeah, it's more of that, like, really, this is really mixed up. Like, I don't know if there's any rhyme or reasoning to this. Might have just been how it printed or something, but honestly, I don't care. As long as it's all there. Alright, and then that's that tray. Okay, it's not all miniatures. Well, first we've got a bunch of cardboard, and then I see miniatures. And there is some foam packaging in here, precisely cut to fit, just like it was with Gloomhaven. Kind of like the cardboard bits in Zombicide. And that's always appreciated when it's precise cutted, as opposed to just, here we kind of crayoned it like a shipping thing. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 full-size boards, plus a little piece here. Which, oh, I always find it odd when they do that. I guess they do it for manufacturing purposes, but when something is, so you would think this is the full tile. No. Like, there is definitely a cut line in there of, like, since it was popping out anyway. So, a double-sided tile of that size, and then we've got a bunch of different punch-outs. No, not even most. A lot of this is more tiles. Looks like the ones in the corner there are things meant to go on the bottom, or meant to go on it. And looks like it's all 2 different biomes. An indoor abandoned church and a lab-like setting, or temple instead of church. Although this one is a abandoned building or old house. Then we've got some actual tokens on here. And then it is also the interior one. Again, more tokens. Some of these are actually of the characters. And then we've got another single thing to cut out, and it looks like, I'm guessing this is the tracking board. And it has another side that is different. Like, not just the artwork is different. And then we've got another one with tiles and punch-outs. Alright, and then like I said, it's the foam. And then I think we are on to nothing but miniatures. Oh, nope, there's actually some other stuff in here. There's a chunk of dice. But first, we have the Ectoplasma Ghost Dude. There was a translucent version of this that you could get. There were resin models available for almost all the characters. Liz, her arm is on fire because she's a pyrokinesis. Abe Sapien with his spear from Seeds of Destruction, the original story arc for mainline Hellboy. And that's actually what was used to kill Rasputin. Then we've got Hellboy himself, with his giant single-barrel gun, his right hand of doom, broken off, filed down horns, and his tail. Everything's there. Speaking about horns, here's Horned Hellboy. Missing the gun and the coat, but pretty much the same with the horns. Then we got one of the villains. I don't remember her name, I just remember she's one of the Nazi villains. Because there's Nazis in here. Here is the non-supernatural person of the BPRD. The magnetic guy. Oh, also, real quick note, I didn't even notice this the first time around. These trays are grooved, so it's really easy to get models in and out. I still don't remember who this is, and I couldn't remember when I originally recorded. Then we've got one of the models of Rasputin. I think this is supposed to be the one from when Hellboy is summoned. Then we've got Handcake Hellboy, aka Kid Hellboy. Iron Boots. The Professor. Get a nice little book and everything. It's definitely his older look, not his younger look, like he is in some of the more recent comics, which go back pretty far. They're basically early adventures of Hellboy. The Visitor. Rasputin without the gauntlet or the lightning from it. This crazy ass chain fist thing, dude. Demonic looking thing with a machete. Oh, that's not a machete, that's actually a sword. Also, still can't remember his name, but has smoke manipulation powers. Monkey with the gun. Bang, bang. Gas Mask Dude, which many people will more likely remember from the first Hellboy movie. Head on a robot spider, holding a stick. Hectate. Oh, her snake-like body and everything. And then a model that I believe character-wise is the same thing, but the Iron Maiden. And then I'm not going to pull these out, but I'm going to point them out real quick. There are busts for all the playable characters. And they are meant to be used as trackers of sort. Yeah, then on to some larger models, and by some I mean 5, with a hidden one. Like, one of them is right there behind these 4. I'll get to that in a bit. So we've got the Conquering Worm, which I believe is the largest model in the game, not just this. And it looks awesome. The Large Frog. The frogs don't actually look like frogs. Then we've got a tentacle bursting out of the ground, like you can see planks of wood from the ground right there. The detail on this is awesome. And then we have some snake-like gator thing. I don't even remember what it is. Still awesome looking. Angry looking studded ape. Like, literally there are studs in him. And the hidden model is good old Baba Yaga. With her cup. I appreciated the fact that they had her coming out of her cup in the recent movie. They also had her in her chicken house, and I couldn't help but say, it's got chicken legs. Invader Zim reference there. Alright, then we move on to the next tray. There's a lot of stuff in here. There's 2 more trays after this one. So, in this one, we've got 10 bases of frogs. Like, each of those is a frog. That's not a pebbled base. Some BPRD design tokens. Like, they have the insignia on them, the hand holding the sword, for counters. And then there are multiple different dice here. 4 different kinds. We've got this black one with crosses on it. Almost looks like a standard D6. But there is 1 1, 2 2s, 2 3s, and a 4. Then we've got these red ones. Oh, there's actually 5 in here. 5 different types of dice. Again, almost looks like a standardized D6, but it's got a blank. 2 1s, 2 2s, and a 3. And I'm not going to waste your time anymore. If I do get to a general overview, I'll show these off more. I just really want to show off the blue one, which isn't a pip dice. It is multiple various different symbols. It's a 6-sided die, but not a normal one at all. If people want the actual what's on each side for the other dice, go ahead and comment about it. I'll make sure to answer. Then we got 9 Clear Flame models. I like these. Don't need to paint them. Appreciate that. A bag full of terrain features. If people want to see these in more detail, I'll get to them, but they're really small. I don't want to lose track of them right now. And then this old side, each column is a different model type. They're all frogs, like the normal size ones. We've got a Shambler. There are 5 of each of these. One with his tongue sticking out. Another one looking like he's about to strike. I'm assuming stat-wise these are all the same model. And then one with a makeshift fixtures hook. Alright. All the rest is models from here on out. So, then we've got the tray of Nazis. Yay, killing Nazis. It is not entirely Nazis, but the ones there are 6 of, and it makes up the majority of the tray, everything except this column here. We've got the knife. I think that's a Nazi. Yeah, probably. It's a soldier. It's not one of the more clearer ones where they, like, the gas mask gunner. Also, I'm guessing there just wouldn't be this many allied figures. Maybe one of them. Rifleman. Yeah, it's not like they have insignias on them anywhere that I can see immediately. Machine gun. Looks similar to a rifle, but you get into the details, you can see the barrel for the ammunition. And then guy with pistol. Again, there's 6 of each of those. Then we've got Lobster Johnson. The Homunculus, can't remember his actual name at the moment. The busts here for each of them, I'm going to actually pull those out, unlike the others. Again, I believe these aren't just for show, they are, which I would have still appreciated. These, to my knowledge, are turn trackers. And then we have the Evil Turkey. Alright, so that's all that. Tray, and one more thing. Yep, and there is another piece of foam in the bottom here. And again, I like precisely cut foam and stuff like that. Cardboard works too for spacing things out, but it also means I have room for other things if I need to put them there. Alright, and then there are 5 of each of these models and their various monsters / creatures. We've got the Harpy, who's kind of awkwardly on a piece of stone by the looks of it. Yeah, marble pillar. A swarm of bats. It's got puppies. The witches. There is no unique witches for those of you that have seen, or even the trailers for the newer movie. Werewolves. Some big giant bird thing. I don't know if it's an eagle, some supernatural creature, or just a large, smaller bird. And normal wolves. Alright, and that makes up everything in the box. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to press the like button. If you think somebody else will enjoy this, feel free to share this video. Either way, you'll help this video get seen more. If you didn't like this video, go ahead and press the dislike button. I won't mind, but please leave a constructive comment as to why. I apologize for the oddity of, I basically had to record this twice. But, c'est la vie. Mistakes happen. Also, feel free to comment in general, such as if you want to see any of these models painted in advance. Again, I'm hoping this will get me out of the painting rut and will be useful for painting things in general. I still the biggest problem for painting these right now is I have yet to debate if I want to make them look more realistic or more towards the comic art style. And that might be a model per model basis, but whatever. Or if you want to hear more about Hellboy, such as my opinion of any of the other media, such as comics, the cartoon movies, which there aren't many of, or any of the movies, and if you want to see more like this in general, be it my unboxing videos, my board game overviews, or my painting videos, all three of which I want to get around to doing, but I don't know if I'll be able to do the overviews. If you want to see that more, please comment. Regardless, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.